Today, I'm joined by someone really special. She's a mom like you, and her name is Kelsey.
Hey.
Hi, Kelsey.
Hey, how are you? I'm so excited to do this.
I'm very glad for you to be here and can't wait to hear your story. So you have walked through, you know what it means to be the head of your child's medical team and all the things that goes with that.
Yeah.
Therapies, appointments, doctors, on and on and on. Lots of moments of courage that you've taken, and we're really looking forward to hearing a little bit about that. And we're so grateful you're willing to share it with us today.
I'm glad to. I'm excited.
Yeah. All right. So I think there's a lot of moms that are going to be encouraged by you. Can you tell us a little bit about your family?
Yeah. So I am married to my high school sweetheart. So we met in high school.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
What age did you start dating?
He was 15 and I was 16.
Oh,
yeah.
I love it.
So we've been together a long time, which is really cool. And I have 2 kids. So my first is Wes. He just turned 2. And then I have an 8-month-old. His name is Hayes.
Oh,
so
2 boys.
2 boys. I'm a boy mom. Everybody always says I'm a boy mom through and through.
I was that way too. My first 2 were boys too, and I loved it.
I love it. Yeah. So I'm a stay-at-home mom. So I stay at home with both of them, and I love it. I wouldn't change it for anything.
That's fantastic. I just love hearing high school sweetheart stories.
It's fun.
It's very fun. I get it. So also, before we dive into your whole story, what's a favorite piece of mom advice that you've gotten? Like somebody shared a nugget with you and you loved it.
Yeah. I would say this is definitely for like current times, and it's really stuck with me. And I'm glad somebody gave this advice to me is don't let social media raise your kids. You raise your kids.
Oh, I love that.
I love that. Yeah. Because I feel like in our times, social media just tries to tell us what to do. This is the best way to sleep train. This is the best, like telling you this is how you should do it. But then there's a million different opinions. So you get in your head thinking, am I doing the right thing for my kid? And social media can get in your head. So I don't let social media tell me the best way to parent my kids. I always try to go with my own mom gut and not social media.
Very great advice, because there's almost like too much information.
Oh, yeah,
now.
Too much information.
Overload.
All at your fingertips. And then you have 2 opposing opinions, and they're both saying they're right. Yeah. So you're like, which way do I go?
And you have to stop and know that.
Decide it for yourself.
And, it really helps when you have faith and you can pray and ask God to show you which way to go.
100%.
Like I know in my mom journey, that really helped as a plumb line, like which way to go.
Yes, 100%.
And follow your mom gut. That's
your mom
good.
gut.
Good advice. Okay. So you had, was your pregnancy challenging, your first pregnancy?
So challenging in the sense of I was very sick my pregnancy, but overall, baby-wise, very healthy.
Wow. So you didn't have any complications, hummed along. You had dreams and thoughts about this first baby.
Yeah, it was our first baby. I knew my whole life I wanted to be a mom. So I knew
I was like
from
that
a kid,
too.
I was going to be a stay-at-home mom. Like that was my dream. So when I got pregnant with my first, I fully expected a healthy baby for everything to go smoothly. Yeah. And then things kind of took a turn, but
yeah. And let's hear a little bit about that. So did you find out he was a boy? Did you know he was a boy?
At my 20-week anatomy scan, they found something on the scan, but it was actually completely unrelated to his now complications. So they said, we'd like for you to come back and we're just going to check on this. We're sure it will resolve. We're not worried. We're going to have you come back and do another scan. Yeah. So I came back for the other scan, and then that is when we found out something completely unrelated on that scan.
And what did you find out?
Yeah. So we're doing his full body anatomy scan, and they found that both of his ventricles on his brain were extremely severely enlarged. So he had hydrocephalus, which is basically pressure on your brain from enlarged ventricles. So his spinal fluid was not draining.
Too much spinal fluid.
Too much spinal fluid. So his spinal fluid was not draining. They weren't sure why. So she called me in. It was all the information I was taking in, and I didn't honestly even.
I bet it was just.
It just went right over my head. I heard she mentioned CP, she mentioned hydrocephalus, and then just a variety of different complications that can come from it. And then right from there, they sent me to specialists. So I literally the next day went to specialists, And then those specialists sent me directly to Cincinnati. And from there on, it was appointments after appointments. I did an MRI. And they did find, so I did a full MRI at Cincinnati Children's of him in my belly. And they found out that he had a stroke. And he had a grade 4 stroke.
Oh, wow.
And that grade 4 stroke is what caused the hydrocephalus.
Because there was a blockage. And his fluid wasn't going the right places.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been devastating.
It was devastating. Yeah, definitely the hardest news we had ever received. And also just trying to take in all information from, I mean, we saw so many different doctors and just trying to piece everything together.
And I know I get teary when I talk about this just because I know we moms take everything, like the first thoughts that we have are, what did I do?
Yeah.
Like we take it all so personal.
Yes.
So how did you work through that?
Yeah, it definitely was at first. Like the hardest part of all of this was there was no explanation.
Yeah.
So he had a stroke in my belly. And my immediate thought is, what did I do to cause him to have a stroke? Like, did I not take this vitamin? Did I take too much of it? Like, just everything goes through your mind. And I was reassured that there was nothing I could do. It was a fluke, no explanation. Even to this day, no explanation.
Right. There's nothing. It's out of your control. There's so much that's out of our control, but it's our nature.
It's our nature. Yeah.
To go there.
Yeah. And I definitely did go there. I tried to think of everything I did. Like, where did I go wrong? Yeah. I've gotten better with that now. It'll still pop into my mind here and there.
Sure.
Like, especially with my second pregnancy, I was like nervous that like I was going to do something to cause this to happen again. So yeah, the mom guilt, it can be hard sometimes and
really hard. And when it comes down to it, you have no control.
No. Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things that we don't, as moms, have control over. Yeah. That's one of them.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not like you were doing anything intentional.
Right.
You know, there are moms who are drug addicted or making choices that are really hard and not great for the baby.
Yes.
But when something like that happens, it's working through that, like you said, mom guilt.
Yes.
How to release it.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're journeying through your pregnancy. Then what happened? What was his delivery like, or how did that come about?
They told me that I would need to move to Cincinnati. So we went to the Ronald McDonald House. And I was there up until I delivered. He had to be delivered C-section.
And so how many weeks were you when you moved
37,
there?
yeah.
37.
So I was able to make it. I delivered him at 37. We moved there at 35 weeks and then delivered at 37.
Okay. So you were a couple weeks before he was
Yes.
born.
Yep. And they told us that he was going to need to be delivered C-section because his head was enlarged from the hydrocephalus. So he wouldn't be able to fit through the birth canal.
Yeah.
So that was also hard. My whole birth plan that like you can't even plan out. But my ideal birth plan was kind of just all thrown away. I knew that I would deliver there and they took him from me immediately. So I didn't get to like hold him right away or anything like that because they had to do all of his vitals and everything right away.
Wow. That's really hard. Yeah. And so did they do anything in utero? No surgery or anything in utero?
Nothing
they
in
just
utero.
Waited.
Yep. So they I was closely monitored. They did all the NST, so the non-stress test to make sure he was good. And then at 37, the size of his head, they decided, okay, now's the time. We've got to get him out. So went to Cincinnati, C-section, and delivered him. And it was in the NICU, whole ups and downs.
And so when did he go into surgery? Like how soon was he?
So we met with neurosurgeons. We actually had a whole team. I remember the meeting like it was yesterday. They sit you down in a conference room, and there's literally like 20 doctors.
And there you are trying to recover from being cut wide open.
My husband and I on one side and a whole team of doctors. And then for the sake of like research and students, they had a screen up with probably 30 different students on the screen just listening in on like all the scary information I was about to get, which was just crazy. I remember that meeting literally like it was yesterday. So they told us 2 different options that we could either do an ETV surgery, which is basically they go in, they do a surgery, and they open up for the spinal fluid to flow through, but that comes with a risk of it not working. So they thought he was a good candidate for that. So we did that. We did the ETV surgery. That was week 1 of life. So he was 3 days old. First brain surgery, 3 days old. Yeah.
Wow.
So they did the first brain surgery, and it was unsuccessful. So that did not work, which is really hard because they kind of had our hopes up that would work.
Yeah.
And then at a week old, he ended up getting his shunt placed, and so the shunt has worked perfectly so far.
And they did an internal shunt.
Yes,
and
an internal shunt.
Shunt it down to the stomach.
Yep. So that device is in his head, and it drains all the fluid down for him, which is awesome that they can even do that.
Yeah. Did it have a pump too? Does it have a...
So he never had any external pump. It's just internal.
A little bulb.
Yep, it's a bulb in his head, and then the tubing goes down into his stomach, and it does it for him.
Yeah.
So he got second brain surgery week 1 of life. So he was 7 days old when he got his shunt.
So in 1 week, you had your sweet little baby delivered and 2 major surgeries.
2 major brain surgeries.
Wow.
Yeah. And he actually did not respond well to both of those surgeries. So after his first brain surgery, he actually had another stroke on the other side of his brain.
No.
Yeah, so he didn't respond well to his surgery. So he had the initial stroke in utero, and then he had another stroke after his first surgery. And again, pretty unexplained, which was scary because they're like, it's really scary for the best children's hospital in the world to come up to you and be like, we don't know why this is happening.
Right.
And for them to be surprised, I'm like, I don't want you all to be surprised. I want you all, which they're amazing. It wasn't their fault, but it was hard as a mom for them to come in and be like, we don't know why he's having strokes. Like, we don't know why. And so he was on a ventilator. Wow. We had doctors come in and tell us that he was going to have a very low quality of life. They recommended talking to palliative care, so we were prepared because they thought he was going to continue to have more strokes.
And to be on the ventilator.
And, to be on the ventilator. Yeah, and his damage was massive. So they didn't give us much hope. The neurosurgeon kind of came in and prepared us for the worst, told us to go ahead and talk to palliative care. And if you were to make it, to expect very low quality of life, which if you saw him now, he has a very high quality of life. Very high quality.
That's what I can't wait. We got to get to that
we gotta
part.
Get to it, yeah. There's a sneak peek.
Yeah. So you're living this hard news, hard reality. How in the world did you two process it? Like, what was that like?
Yeah, I think
process the information.
From personal experience, I'm blessed that I am a believer. So I would not have gotten through this without God. Genuinely, I don't know how parents do get through those things without Jesus. I think He just gave me like a peace and a confidence that no matter what I'm about to face, like He has me held. Yeah, and that's what got me through it. It was just waking up every day, and I would pray, your will be done. Like, even when doctors would tell me the worst, I just didn't believe it until I saw it. Right. So I think I processed that information through being in the Word and being prayerful in my community. I couldn't have gotten through it without that.
Well, it sounds like you have the fierceness of a mom. Like, like we moms have a little fierce side. Like, I'll show you. Like,
yes,
I'm not going to just believe the worst.
Yes.
You know, they have to say those things.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It doesn't mean it's going to happen, right?
Right. Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to give him the best life ever.
Oh, yeah.
So that's journey. Now, how long were you in the NICU? How long was he at Children's, and when did you get home?
He was in the NICU for just a month. So, yeah, we were there for a month. After he got his shunt, things started to get so much better.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that once everything started
That's
draining,
shocking that it was only a month.
Yes. Yeah, it definitely is.
So he must have learned to eat.
Yep, he did great with eating. So yeah, that was a blessing, which is funny because a month feels like forever. But now looking back, I'm like, gosh, a month is nothing.
Well, but I bet that surprised them because no way did they think he was going to eat.
No, no way. It went from palliative care, low quality of life, to after he was shunted, he started to do so much better. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's really cool.
So you got home and then you had to...
Yeah, I was just
you had this baby.
Yeah.
You were just like, we've got to take care of this baby.
Yes.
And what did that look like? And what were the, you heard the devastating news, but what then did you do once you got home? Like, what did that look like?
It was hard because I had to balance like being so thankful that he was alive and well, and then also kind of grieving and understanding that his future might not look like what I initially expected.
Or what you dreamed before that scan, before you found out.
Yeah. So at first, my husband and I were like, we are just going to enjoy him, like enjoy that he's home and healthy. And I tried to kind of just forget everything for a little bit. And I mean, we went up to the gorge and went on a hike with him. Everybody thought we were crazy, but we took him on a hike and just wanted to live a normal life with our baby.
Right.
But I'd say after that, I immediately went into like, okay, where are we going to go to therapy? What are we going to, all early intervention? And I kind of jumped right into it. I jumped right into it.
And how did you decide where to go to therapy? That's such a big decision, too.
Yeah, it was hard. I did all the research, and I landed on Marshall, got on their social media, and it felt right to me. I actually got him set up with Marshall before I even left the NICU.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I knew therapy was in his future. I didn't doubt that at all.
And Cincinnati Children's knows us pretty well.
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, once I told them, they're like, yeah, that's perfect. So I got him set up immediately. We had his first appointment scheduled before I even left. Just research. And it felt right to me. It just felt like that was where we belonged. And we've been there for 2 years now. So
that's amazing. You have a great team around you.
They're the best.
The best.
They're the best.
You have the best. So you had these hard emotional days and you decided we are just going to be parents. We're going to parent him and then we're going to get to work helping him get to work. So, I've been on the other side being the therapist.
Yes.
So what did that feel like walking into this world of therapy? Because there's all kinds of language stuff that you had no idea even existed.
Yes.
And what was that like for you?
It was hard because you really do. I mean, I have a little 2-month-old and I'm walking into a therapy office and I'm like, what are they going to be doing with a 2-month-old?
Right.
I couldn't even imagine. And it was hard because, definitely language I didn't understand. But I think that just goes back to where, like, I really do think God like equips you and I feel like the information I just kind of got and it was cool to see how I really feel like God prepared me for this because it was a whole world I didn't know, but yet I felt so confident as a mom that I was made for this for Wesley.
So great that he was going to help you through it and know what to do. Did you come into that cute, adorable little baby room at Lexington?
Yes.
It's kind of big. It's not really little.
It's pretty big, yeah.
It's a pretty big gym for a baby gym. But, and then your therapist included you in on all the, like, this is how you do this. This is how you get him to work on head control or whatever he was working on.
Yeah.
And you just learned. They're great at teaching.
Oh, yeah, they're great. They had me heavily involved in all of his therapies. So, I mean, I was right there pretty much on the floor with them doing everything, which I really appreciated because I don't think it's like that everywhere.
No, it's not. And I do want to say that to moms or parents listening is, if your therapist isn't involving you, like if you're not attending sessions and learning and being active part of it, you really want to ask or you want to find maybe a different therapist.
Yeah.
Because that, the sign should be that therapy is all day, intermittent. It's how you hold your child, how you position them, what you encourage them to do, just lots of little bits of work all throughout the day.
Oh, yeah.
And so when parents learn that, their child progresses so much faster and farther than just, now I'm going to take them to therapy. Well, that hour or two a week doesn't.
Most of the work is done at home.
Most of it's done at home,
I think
little bits.
Your therapist should be equipping you to feel confident to do what they're doing at home.
Right.
Yeah. And it's important to be in therapy too.
Yes.
So like definitely get them in the therapy office, but also there's so much over that carries over into your home.
And therapy isn't like, okay, now it's time at 2:00. We're going to sit down on the floor and have therapy time. No, that's not what it looks like. It literally is intermittent, little, how you make your child do a little tummy work as they're coming up from after you change their diaper. And how you hold them and where you park them.
Yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
Those things and teaching other family members. So when grandparents interact with them, they know how to hold them and carry them and position them. Those things are all just lots of little bits of work.
Things, yeah.
So I know if you're like me, I'm dying to hear, where is he now? What does he look like now?
He's the best. He is so smart. They also had us prepared for there to be very severe cognitive issues with him. So we were prepared for that. He talks up a storm, speaks in full sentences, which we did speech at Marshall too. So we've done OT, PT, and speech at Marshall.
And what do those doctors say?
It's the best. It's going back to them. They're always like, we're just surprised. We're surprised. And I'm like, yeah. So it's cool to go back and kind of, I guess, show him off. Just because he has surpassed, I mean, everything we could
everything they
ever imagined. Yeah. They said probably wouldn't walk, probably wouldn't talk, eat. I mean, a whole list of things that we were ready for, and we were okay with if it was going to go that direction. But he's close to walking. He can kind of walk by holding our hand. He's getting there. We still got a ways to go, but he's getting there.
That gives me goosebumps.
Yes. Yeah. Amazing. We got a ways to go, but I mean, he's so smart, and he's happy and has a very, very high quality of life. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
And look what you did. You did it.
Thank you.
You're his mommy for a reason.
Yeah.
So good.
Thank you.
Well, hopefully some of our listeners can borrow hope from you.
Yes.
That sometimes you hear what the doctors are saying, but you don't have to camp out there and believe just that.
Yeah, I think you prepare yourself for things to be really hard, but also know that, like, there's, with early intervention and just the way that the brain is, there's so much room for change of what the doctors might initially have you ready for.
It's very true.
Yeah.
And a mom always can hold the hope.
Yes.
Hold the hope for the next thing and the next. Just like you do with all children, whether they have a special need or not. You hold the hope for them reaching their greatest potential. Yeah. So is there like a breakthrough or a win that you think of that you remember? Oh, I remember the day he did this, or something.
I would say when we got him sitting up, that was kind of like, okay, like I think he can do more than what the doctors are saying.
Yeah.
And he did DMI, dynamic movement intervention with Marshall since he was, I guess, 3 months old, which I credit a lot of that therapy to his development.
I believe, and let's take a minute to explain what that is.
Yes.
So it is a kind of a newer treatment style, but it's really using movement and gravity to help the child's brain learn the movement that they need to make. Yeah. And, children, I love the way God made us humans. He made babies with reflexes. So they don't move, they're not able to actively move when they're a little baby. They move reflexively. And those reflexes help support the baby to eat, to do the things they need to do. But then slowly they gain control the way we work kind of head down on our control and our body first, and then we get fine motor control last. Yes. And so as a baby develops, they're integrating that those reflexes and gaining control. Yep. So dynamic movement intervention uses for children who maybe don't have typical movement patterns, they learn it.
Yes.
And so I think that's incredible.
Oh, it's
starting
amazing.
So young. Yeah. Mapped his motor neurons and his motor pathways differently than had he not done that.
Oh, yeah. I give so much credit to Chloe and the DMI at Marshall, because she told me, she's like, I want to try DMI with him. I'm like, she's like, I think, because he came in, no head control, full head lag. Yeah. He was very weak.
Didn't have anything.
He was very, very weak. And she was doing it looks kind of crazy, but it works. I'm telling you, it
does
works.
Look crazy.
And she was great with him. But yeah, I credit a lot of his development to that therapy. And he's been doing it ever since.
There are videos out there for any parents who are curious and haven't heard of this, but you can search dynamic movement intervention or short DMI and watch videos of it. There's lots of videos out there, and it kind of gives you a picture of how it's different. And, having our whole team that we have trained really makes a difference.
Oh,
in
yeah,
a child's
huge.
life.
Because not every therapist does that. So
No, very few.
Very few. So it's amazing that Marshall, I guess, I think you have like 4,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 4 or 5 that do it. So that's so cool.
Yeah, it's a little team to do it. So do you have a piece of encouragement for moms listening? Like, because your journey's been a unique one.
Yes.
And I know there are moms listening that maybe have different journeys than you've had, but maybe they've just received a diagnosis, or maybe they've just received some terrible news that isn't what they expected. What's some encouragement you have for them?
I would say that diagnosis day is the hardest day. Like getting that initial diagnosis is heartbreaking, and I think allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to understand that your life might look differently for you and your child than what you initially expected. But to then from there, just continue to advocate, to be their mom, to be their therapist at home, because there's room for both. But also just to, I guess, just keep moving forward. And I think the biggest thing that I remember is when you get that initial diagnosis, it feels like your world is ending.
Right.
And then every day I wake up and I see him and I see that he is just the best thing in the world, and that I wouldn't change him for anything. I wouldn't change what we've been through for anything, because it's grown us, and he has impacted so many people's life around the world.
Yeah.
He's given moms hope. He's given families hope. And I hope he can continue to just be like a light for people that are going through such a hard time.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be part of his future.
Yes. Yeah.
It's really neat when you see kids that grow up like that and go on to inspire.
Oh yeah, he has a bright future. I can see it in him.
And his personality.
Oh yeah, he's so funny. He's chatty
But you think he's going to like the microphone?
Oh yeah, I could see him being right up on the stage. He is so funny. My dad is a pastor actually, and he will see my dad up on the stage, and he said, "I want to go on the stage. I want to go on the stage." So yeah, I'm like, "You were born to be on the stage.
You're born to do it." He's going to want that microphone. Yeah. We call it, we do a little thing around our office. It's discovering what your working genius is, like where you find joy in work. Yeah. And one of them is called galvanizing, like the person who wants the microphone and loves to rally people.
Yes.
And so maybe he'll be that galvanizer. That's so great. I just appreciate your openness and honesty and your willingness to share with our listeners today, like just your journey. Yeah. It's been really great to hear it. And I can see why he's doing so well, because you are a remarkable mom.
Thank you.
You're really making great choices and listening to your mom gut.
Yes.
Just, I want to say,
thank you.
Knock it.
Thank you.
Knock it out of the park, girl. You've done it.
You.
It's so good.
I appreciate it. I've really enjoyed being able to tell his story.
Yeah.
So.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
What you dreamed before that scan, before you found out.
Yeah. So at first, my husband and I were like, we are just going to enjoy him, like enjoy that he's home and healthy. And I tried to kind of just forget everything for a little bit. And I mean, we went up to the gorge and went on a hike with him. Everybody thought we were crazy. But we took him on a hike and just wanted to live a normal life with our baby.
Right.
But I'd say after that, I immediately went into like, okay, where are we going to go to therapy? What are we going to, all early intervention? And I kind of jumped right into it. Because, I jumped right into it.
And